Have you ever had this happen? You spend the morning out in the water and your boat is running perfectly fine. Then you stop you go to a cove or a beach somewhere to swim, relax, or have lunch. And when it's time to head home, you try starting your engine and it won't restart. Or maybe it starts for a few moments and then it eventually dies. Well, believe it or not, this just happened to me last week while I was filming a recent video. Fortunately, I was able to get my engine running again pretty quickly and get back to the ramp, but it got me thinking that, perhaps this is something that may be happening to some of you. So in this video, I'm going to explain some of the more common reasons of this problem and what you could do if it ever happens to you, and a few simple things that you could do to prevent this from happening in the future. So let me start by describing some of the symptoms in case this should happen to you. The issue usually follows a very specific pattern. Your engine starts and runs perfectly fine when it's cold. You can run around a while without any problems whatsoever, but then after shutting off the engine on a hot day and letting it sit for, say, 20 or 60 minutes, the engine suddenly becomes very difficult to start. Now, depending on the boat, it may crank normally, but then never start, or it may briefly start and then stall after just a few seconds. In some cases, you may need to wait several minutes or longer before the engine will finally restart and continue running normally. So if that sounds familiar to you, and especially if you have a gasoline-powered stern drive or inboard engine, there's a good chance that what you're dealing with is a heat-related fuel issue. Now, before we go any further, it's important to point out that there could be a lot of different reasons why your engine's not restarting. I mean, it could be a weak battery, a failing fuel pump, an ignition problem, or something else entirely. But if your engine was running perfectly fine and then suddenly became difficult to restart after sitting on a hot day, one of the most common causes is a heat-related fuel vapor issue, often referred to as vapor lock. So here's what happens and why this happens to you. When you're running down the lake, air is flowing through your engine compartment along with the water from your cooling system. But once you shut your engine off, that airflow as well as the water flow stops. And that engine is extremely hot, and that heat begins soaking into the surrounding components, including the fuel system. Now, believe it or not, the heat of the engine inside this compartment may actually rise after you turn the engine off. This is something that's referred to as heat soak. Adding to the problem is that today's ethanol blended gasoline is generally more prone to forming fuel vapors under high temperature conditions than many of the gasoline blends that we used to use decades ago. Combine that with the extreme heat inside a stern drive engine compartment, and vapor bubbles can form in parts of the fuel system before the fuel reaches your engine. Fuel pumps are designed to pump liquid fuel, not vapor. So if enough vapor forms, it can't deliver the fuel that your engine needs to effectively make it start and run. And so oftentimes you will be unable to restart your engine until that fuel cools back down. Now, although this can happen to most any gasoline engine, it's much more common on stern drives and inboards than on outboards. And that's because outboards are mounted out in the open on top of your deck on the transom, where heat can escape much more easily. Stern drive and inboard engines, on the other hand, are obviously enclosed in an engine compartment where that heat becomes trapped after shutting it down. But the good news is that if this is what you're experiencing, there are several things you can do to get back underway. So what should you do if you think you have a heat-related vapor issue that may be keeping your engine from restarting? Well, first thing to do is to not panic. In many cases, the problem is temporary and will resolve itself once your fuel system has a chance to cool down. Now, the first thing that I do is I open my engine hatch, if it's safe to do so, like this. What that will do is it'll allow any trapped heat to escape from the engine compartment. Next thing you want to do is turn on your blower. Your blower's primary job is to remove gasoline vapors before you start your engine, but it also helps to remove hot air from the engine compartment. Let it run for several minutes before trying to restart your engine. Then try starting your engine the way you normally would do, but avoid cranking the engine for long periods, which could drain your battery. If it doesn't start after a few attempts, Give it a few more minutes to let it cool down before trying again. Of course, it's even better if you can reduce the chances of this from happening in the first place. And that's what we'll be discussing next. While there's no way to completely eliminate the possibility of heat-related vapor issues from happening, there are several things that you can do to reduce the chances that this happens to you. First, whenever you're preparing to restart a gasoline-powered stern drive or inboard engine, always run the blower for at least 4 minutes. That's not only an important safety practice, but it also helps to remove some of that hot air that may be building up inside your engine compartment. And if you're stopping for a while on a particularly hot day, consider letting that blower run for a few extra minutes after shutting off your engine, or simply lift the engine hatch like this to, again, allow some of that hot air to escape. Of course, it's best if your engine is in a shade, your engine compartment is in a shade area too, to let that fuel cool down a little bit better rather than sitting in the direct sunlight. Now, another thing that's important is to make sure you replace your fuel filters at the recommended intervals and use fresh fuel whenever possible. That kind of goes without saying. And also, one final thing is if ethanol-free fuel is available to you, that might reduce the chances of this from happening as well. So those are some things to try if your boat fails to restart on a warm day. And as I said earlier, there could be other things causing your problem. But if your boat was running fine and then suddenly would not restart on a warm day, there's a good chance that it is in fact a vapor-related issue, especially if you have a stern drive or an inboard engine, as I mentioned earlier. But now I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a problem like this on your boat? If so, what kind of boat and engine do you have, and what were the conditions at the time you had this issue? Your experience just might help other boaters. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and click on that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel to get my weekly tips and insights for boaters. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the water.